Most High is doing that, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, to the cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Right, and the land of Jehoshaphat is what? What was that, Joel? Is that Joel you reading? No, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Joel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started from 12. We read 12.
No. Matter of fact, read that verse again, that part of it.
All right, Joel 3 and 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Mm-hmm. And the valley of Jehoshaphat is what? It's broken down. It means what? The Lord's judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? In the Hebrew, it's Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Lord's judgment.
That's right.
All right? So the Most High is getting ready to judge these nations, man.
And that's an actual area, you know. And that area, you could consider that whole area would be, you know, Israel, Syria, Iran, you know, that whole Euphrates area, you know, all that, you know, Turkey, all that, man, you know, that whole region.
It says, it says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down. For the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh Shah is near in the valley of decision.
See, the valley of decision,
Yeah.
man. So where are these people coming up with the Lord's return is going to be all glorious and all this?
Exactly.
It's going to be peaches. We're going to have Fruit Loops and you know, the Lord's gonna cook out. The Lord's gonna hand out chocolate chip cookies. Yo, when the Lord returns, it's gonna be it speaks about it being a dark and gloomy day, man.
Yep.
Okay, it's gonna be a very violent and troublous time, man. It speaks about it being a day that was never been and shall never be, man.
Yep.
Okay. That was
It has not happened yet.
It has not.
That's the point. That's the point. You know, what we're reading is prophecy.
Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, till the day that I rise up to the prey. My determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdom, to pour upon them my indignation.
Right, yeah, so the Most High wants to assemble the kingdoms where? In the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the valley of decision, to judge them, man. Ultimately judge them. Why? Because every nation had a hand in our downfall. So the Most High is going to get, he's going to get his, he's going to revenge us, man. He's going to get his vengeance back. Because they touched that, what? The apple of his eye, which is the children of Israel. All right? Continue.
And it says, even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
With the fire of my jealousy. And that fire is going to come in the form of nuclear missiles, ICBM missiles, man. Okay? Nuclear missiles, right? Go ahead.
Real quick, Joel chapter 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. They have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Man, that's a lot right there. Read that again.
Joel chapter 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Meaning he's going to bring them down into the place called or referred to as the Lord's judgment to judge them all those heathens, right? Continue.
I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Right, for my people and my heritage Israel. How come it doesn't say the whole world? Or how come it doesn't say all people? Because the Most High is not for all people, man. The Most High is only for the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? So there he's going to plead with my people, my heritage Israel, right? Continue.
It says, whom they have scattered among the nations.
Man. Whom they have scattered among the nations, man.
Who's the main one that scattered us? These damn devils, man. You know?
Right. Who have scattered my people. Matter read that part again? Slaki.
Khan. It says, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
And parted my land, man. Okay, they have scattered the nation of Israel through prophecy, through the curses. Our people have been what, scattered throughout the whole four corners of the earth. Okay, and that last part it said what? It said what? They are part of my land. It's them damn heathens, those fake Jewish rat bastards that are over there in our land, Israel, man. Which they don't belong there, and neither do those other heathens. The Palestinians, man, they don't belong there either, man.
Right. No, I was gonna say that if they were truly the righteous, the people of the Most High, no nation would lift up. I mean, if one of y'all could get Isaiah the 2nd chapter, nobody would lift up a sword or make war with them at all.
Right.
In fact, if they were the Israelites returning, they would have been bringing gifts and gold and all that, right?
Yeah, right.
There wouldn't be war anymore. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's why, man, an end has to come to these religions, especially these Christians, man, these Baptists and these Roman Catholics and all that. All they do is scream, holler, kick, and you know, sing all these crazy songs and shit, because they think that's worshiping the Lord. You know, they don't get into the scriptures at all. And if you try to bring the scriptures out to them, they don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know,
They get mad.
because they're not about the scriptures, man.
I say I got that.
Yeah, read that, because you know it's gonna shed light, right? If the reason why all this is happening, all these wars and rumors of wars, is because this thing has not happened yet. It's about to happen, the last, final, and great war. You know, with the so-called Jews being the main culprit, because they are the children of Amalek. And you know what? My man, the Moabite, in Numbers. Balaam.
Yeah.
What Balaam said about Amalek, you know? So,
Numbers 20, right? Numbers 20, 22. So yeah, 20, 24, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Stop at the.
Yeah, because that's prophecy.
Yep. So Amos chapter 2, verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Right, and that mountain, when it says mountain, that's referring to like a government, man, or a superpower.
Yep.
Okay, so it said Israel is going to be that top mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, because right now the top mountain is the mountain of Edom. Okay, why? Because they're ruling right now. But soon enough, the Most High is gonna take that power and transition it or give it to His chosen, which are the children of Israel.
Right.
Okay. All right. So read that part again.
It says, it shall come to pass.
And you can see it now happening, man. Right now, you see that they're losing their juice. Okay, and the children of Israel, we're flourishing, man. You see camps coming up, popping up all over the planet, man.
They can't stop it.
Can't stop it. Go ahead.
It's too late.
It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be exalted.
So I'm gonna ask you, brothers, right? I'm gonna ask our brothers, when did the last days begin? That's right. That's it. So we've been in the last days, man. You know?
It says, shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Right. All nations shall flow onto it.
So is that happening now? It's like I'm letting you go ahead, man. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So one has to question. See, just that prophecy alone, you can have any Christian, so-called Christian, just scratch your head like, because they can't answer that, man. So who are the people in Israel today, man? If this, because something, either the Jews or the people calling themselves Jews are not Jews, or the Bible's a lie, or the Bible's lying. Which one is it? I'll put my money on the Bible, man. Okay. All right. So those people that are calling themselves Jews, they have a lot of explaining to do, man.
Yeah.
Because this prophecy saying that that there should be no war now. Ever since they went over there in that land, there's been nothing but non-stop war.
Yes.
Okay.
They had the 6 Day War when they first went.
Yeah.
And pretty much what that was is they were just killing them damn Arabs that were living in the land
Yeah.
when they got there, you know? Which that land don't belong to the Arabs neither.
Right.
Or those Palestinians, whatever they want to call it,
Right.
you know?
That's why I believe it was the general of Egypt, Nasser, Gamal
Oh,
Nasser.
Abdul Gamal Nasser,
Gamal
yeah.
Nasser. He said, how can one people leave dark skin and come back white?
Yeah.
I'll never accept that. That's why it's been non-stop war over there in the Middle East. Because those people that call themselves Jews are not the real Jews.
Yeah.
Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord,
Right?
to the house of the Most High of Jacob,
Right?
and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Yeah, that's not happening right now.
Hell no, man.
See it. Forget
It said many people. That means all the nations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Technically, that's talking about Israelites. You know?
Yeah. Because that didn't come to pass yet, man.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
And it says, for out of Zion shall come forth the law.
Ooh, out of Zion. Why? Because all other nations, they're gonna follow the law of that's in these scriptures, man. The law, statutes, and commandments. They're gonna grow their beard, right? They're gonna keep all the holy days. There's not gonna be any more Christmas.
Yep.
All
No.
those pagan holidays are gonna be done and over with. Man.
Ain't gonna be no more moles. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta speak in code now before you get your shit shut down, right? Bastards.
It says, for out of Zion shall come forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
See, so it's saying the opposite of what Joel was saying, because Joel, that's talking about is wartime. See, but that's the wartime is gonna lead to that. And Joel, now read Joel again.
Oh, you got it.
And Joel, it said the opposite. It said to make weapons out of their you know, but it said to put down their farming tools and pick up ammunitions.
Okay.
Joel 3:9.
And y'all could go back and forth and play with that because
Joel 3
people don't understand this shit.
and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Right, and this is what's happening now, man.
Right. See, now, yeah, that matches now more than that matches now.
Yeah.
Because that didn't happen yet. It's about to happen, you know? So just to show you that these people are not the people, man. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah,
So.
and they don't teach. If they were the real people of the Lord, they're supposed to come
Right,
out.
right. Well, actually, Yahweh Shai is supposed to be in there right
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
You know? You're supposed to be hearing about the Lord's, you know, oh, hey, the Lord's anointed is there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because really, the land of Israel is going to be given to the children of Israel through Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't, you know, as far as I know, he's not here.
Right, that's right.
You know, go ahead.
Back in Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
And that's
Say it, you gotta read that a couple of times. You know?
It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Oh yeah, it's moving. That's one right there.
Yeah, that is a chariot. That is a chariot.
That's one right there.
As a matter of fact, I've been watching a lot of the Spirit's been on me watch a lot of chariot videos, man. I saw a video where it was these sailors. I mean, it was these people on a ship, right? And there was like 13 chariots that surrounded the ship in the water, man, and dead in the ocean. And 13 chariots surrounded it.
well, like a boat, like
It was one of them barges or ships where they deliver and shit. And then and they saw it and they just started the crew. They said, "Yo, man, we don't know what that is. We're gonna haul ass." And they hauled ass, and the chariots just stood there, you know, scaring them, you know. know, because the chariots they do that. You know.
Yeah,
That was it on that.
One day, you know, when I was young, this is during the midday I was going to school, and you had a ring around the sun, like a rainbow ring.
Okay.
So it was a huge big ring around the sun, and the side of the ring was really dark,
Mm.
and the sun was like in the middle of it.
Oh wow.
It didn't scare me or faze me.
Right,
but I didn't
right,
know
right.
what it was back then.
Right, right.
But now I know that was actually a giant UFO. Chariot from both sides.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
And they're always seeing chariots around the sun. For some particular reason, the chariots love being around the sun. So.
Oh yeah. A brother showed me like it was like thousands of chariots.
Yeah, it just happened.
The sun's right. Yes.
Yeah, it just happened.
A bitch was talking about it.
Yeah, the FBI went. They shut down. It was a place in New Mexico. I believe it was called the. It was in one of those observatories.
Right.
And they shut it down. And not only did they shut that down, they shut down the postal office that was next door to it. And they told all the employees to just go home, and they can't work until they tell them that it's okay to come back to work. You know what I'm saying?
This is Daniel's chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
That's the
Woo.
kingdom. What was that? That's the kingdom of Israel.
Daniel's 2 and
Hey, see, brother, that's true.
2 and 44. Oh, damn, yeah.
Hey, when you feeling low in the spirit, in faith, read those verses, man. It gives you that vision, man. You know. See, that's what you need. You need the vision. But the only way you get the vision is through this.
Yeah.
You know.
I have one more.
These are like spiritual binoculars. You know.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 27.
Damn, that was powerful, man.
It says, and the kingdom and dominions and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. So all these different kingdoms, when the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua returns to establish the kingdom of heaven on earth with the elect, as joint heirs, Lord willing, we are of the elect.
That's right.
We are going to rule with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in righteousness, and our kingdom, which is Yahushua's kingdom, is going to be an everlasting kingdom. All right, a kingdom that has dominion over all other kingdoms, man.
Yeah.
All right, and at that time, the brother just read in Isaiah, what was that, second chapter? That's when the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his elect, all right, are going to cause these different nations to beat their spears into plowshares, all right, and their what was that?
And there's swords into pruning hooks.
Pruning
Yeah,
hooks.
which are it's instruments of cultivation, agriculture. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's going to be when Yahweh
Yeah.
Bashem Yahushua returns to reestablish righteousness on the planet Earth.
Showing you that the earth is still going to be here. You got people saying the earth is going to be destroyed. And
Right.
it's going to get swallowed up by a black hole. And they got that's all. See, that's why you got just Esau. Shut the fuck up, man. We're tired of you. Just shut the hell up, man. And just tuck your tail in and get ready to get your ass whooped, man. You know.
I got some. Yeah, bro.
Tired of this damn devil, man. All his theories and all this bullshit, man. Just shut the fuck up already. You know.
This is Ezekiel 39 and 9. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows and the hand staves.
Where you at?
Ezekiel 39 and 9.
Oh yeah.
The bows and the arrows and the hand staves and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years, so that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest, for they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoiled them, and rob those that robbed them, saith the Lord power. Yeah, so
But Edomite would say, well, no, I didn't per se rob anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't ride it. My father and my mother, they didn't. No, they worked hard. They were. Look, you are your forefathers coming back. Get that? Isaiah 14:21. All right, because everything reincarnates in the spirit. All right, so you were your abusive forefathers coming back, man. The ones who had our forefathers in slavery, we are our forefathers coming back. You know, and never mind our ancestors of Africa. First of all, we're not Africans. All right, ain't no damn Hamite my ancestor, man. Okay, we are Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, man. And our ancestors was Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. You know, the patriarchs of Israel. So.
This is Isaiah 60:14. It says, "The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel." And that's what these other nations are going to do. And the key point, just like Isaiah 14:21, it says, "The sons of them that afflicted thee," the ones that afflicted us, okay, are you heathens, man. Right now, it's the sons of Esau, man. Okay, you Edomites. You Edomites were the ones that afflicted the nation of Israel, going all the way down from Judah all the way down to Issachar. Okay, so the sons of you, which are the people now, the ones that remain after the destruction of America,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that remain, the ones that are left over, are going to serve us in the kingdom, man. Okay, and all those curses are going to be applied back to you now. You are going to be the new niggers now, man.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to be the new wetbacks, Uncle Tomahawks, or whatever you want to call us. Okay, those bywords, those proverbs is going to be you now. It's your turn. Okay. Right. You gotta go. Isaiah 14.
I got it.
You got it. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Yeah, so scripture say prepare slaughter for his children. Who's
Right.
his children? The so-called white man's children. And that goes into reincarnation, man. Because the same ones back then, 10, 20, 30, even going back to the times of slavery, are the same ones back here today to get judged, man.
Yep.
Okay? That's why it tells you in Revelations, the first chapter, that every eye is going to see Yahweh Shai when he comes back. Even the same one that pierced him, man. That's reincarnation. Okay? Them same devils that was hanging us, feeding us to alligators, chopping off our rods, harvesting our organs and our melanin. They're the same ones back again today in this time period, smiling in your face.
That's it.
All right? But guess what? They're here to await their judgment,
That's it,
which
man.
the Lord is going to give them very soon. And we're coming into that time. All right? It says that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the world with cities, because this is the last hoorah of the so-called white man, okay? Because after this, he's going into slavery,
Hardcore slavery.
hardcore bondage for 1,000 years, where we're going to put high holy hell and a foot up his ass. He's going to work continual employment 24/6, except for the Sabbath,
Yeah.
okay?
That's right.
Until after those 1,000 years, where we exterminate him, pertaining to Obadiah, the first chapter, and wickedness is rid from the planet Earth, man. Okay? That's how he's not going to rise and fill the world or his face with cities anymore, because he's going to be completely wiped out.
Yep.
After Babylon the Great, America is destroyed, and after he serves 1,000 years of slavery, building up the kingdom of heaven.
That you could close the book on that. That's you know, that's just everything in a nutshell right there. So who got what?
I got
I'm gonna come over here and give y'all late. All right?
Revelations chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. So if you have a spiritual ear to hear, then you will hear these words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right, man.
Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
But the white man didn't lead nobody in captivity. So what y'all talking about?
Hey, but
The white man. Well, see, if America was to go on, man, for hundreds of years later, you won't hear about slavery anymore that happened here in America. You know, it'll be taken out of the textbooks and shit.
Oh,
you
well,
know,
you had a few. You had Ben Carson. They try to say that slavery was for like a job. You know what I'm saying? They came over here for work. It wasn't slavery. It was voluntary.
Get the fuck out.
You had this nigga bug out nigga Kanye West saying it was a choice.
Yeah.
You know, so you can see him starting that rhetoric already.
You know what they call that with the whole thing? If you getting paid as a slave and it not being involuntary, they call that being an indentured servant.
Right, indentured back.
Because see, like in the West Indies, you had the Elamites, so-called Essenians today, while you had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, particularly Benjamin, because Benjamin is over there in the Caribbean, so-called. They was on the so-called sugar plantation, man. All right, cutting sugar and all this cane and all this different stuff. But then you had what they did was they brought Elamites over into these different so-called Caribbean countries such as Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, and all these different countries. And then they said, well, these guys were also slaves too. No, but in reality, they were actually indentured servants, man. All right, they were getting paid for their labor.
Yeah.
While we, the Israelites, we were getting our backs beaten, man.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another lie that they taught you in school. Everyone was a slave. Everyone was a slave. Yeah. But look at the nation of Israel, man. Look at the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, we were all slaves, but who was treated the worst?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got it, bro.
I got a precept just to back that up. This is Daniel's. This is Salakia. No. This is Daniel's. Daniel's chapter 9.
Somebody get Zechariah 11 verse 5.
Daniel's 9 and 12. And he had confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judge us by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven have not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem. So that goes into these other heathens saying that, we all been through slavery. So if you've been through the type of atrocities that our people went through, where's the documentation? You haven't had iron or yokes of iron upon your neck. You haven't had been being hanged on trees or your limbs getting ripped apart in front of your family or being buck broken, man. If you have, where's the documentation on that, man? That's why in Daniel, I just read in Daniel's 9 that there wasn't anything done that there was done upon the children of Israel, man. Okay? The amount of bloodshed that has been shed on our people it cannot be compared, man.
Nope.
Cannot be compared throughout all the history, man. All right?
And you know, there's a lot of stuff that were done to our people that we don't know about yet, man. That we'll know in the kingdom, to the full extent of Esau's wickedness.
Yeah.
You know?
So who's the real terrorist of the planet Earth, man? Always love calling people fucking terrorists, man.
And these nations actually help forward our affliction, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So that's another uppercut too to you niggas out there. You know, that like to say, everyone was a slave, you know.
Yeah.
Let's get over it. You know, it was in the past.
You know, 9/11.
Oh, bullshit, man. But I got Zechariah 11 and 11 and 12. It says Zechariah chapter 11 verse 12.
Get 5. Read 5. But what does 12 say?
It says, and I said unto them, if you think good, give me my price, and if not, forbear.
No, yeah, read 5.
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5.
Or you know what? Yeah, read that. Let me see what it says.
It's a.
Maybe I quoted the wrong scripture.
It says, whose possessors slay them.
Yeah, that's it.
And hold themselves not guilty.
No.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's talking about Esau, man. They're not trying to take responsibility for what they have done to our people, and they're still doing to our people, man. You know what I'm saying? You could be driving down the street, you know, you get pulled over. Whoop whoop. Why? You know what I'm saying? For what?
666.
Because you were Israelite. That's what they don't want to say it, but that's the truth. Oh no, sir, I'm not profiling you. I'm not even a racist. So why? So what's going on? I wasn't speeding. I used my signal lights.
Yep.
Following the law. You know, and you still
Yeah.
get pulled over because you was Jake.
Exactly.
The curses.
Oh, recently, if I could say, you had this guy. Pretty sure your brothers read it on the news. You had this guy that got pulled over by the cops because he was a so-called because he was babysitting two Edomites, man. They literally came. A lady called and said, "Oh, there's a black man, so-called black guy, babysitting two white kids."
Look at that.
And the cops came and turned out that the guy was actually like a babysitter.
Right.
So
I was like, hey, this black guy kidnapped 2 white children or some shit.
it's ridiculous.
I got something. This is Lamentations.
And then get back into prophecy. You know, once you get it, yeah.
So this is Lamentations 2 and 15 because we're going into how these other nations really feel about you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. No matter how much, no matter how much they smile in your face, no matter how much they listen to rap music, this is what they really feel about you. Right? This is Lamentations 2 and 15. It says, "All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?" Okay, so they look down at you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They look at you as a bunch of like a joke, man. Okay, they look at you and say, you know what, job well accomplished, man. They ain't coming back in the power no time soon. Okay, it says, "All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the city that this is the day that we look for. We have found it. We have seen it." Okay, because if they were really for you, or if they were really for us, right, or wanted to help us out, they would tell us that we are the children of the Lord, man. You are the real Israelites. Okay, this so-called white man, they are the biblical Edomites, and they lying to you. Okay, that's why it goes back into the prophecy of Deuteronomy. It says, "No man shall buy you," meaning no man shall save you. Okay, all right, that was pretty much it.
Yes, I got some.
All right.
It's we're backing up with you. It's Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land." Yeah, the Lord, how about Shah will have mercy on us, man.
Right.
The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans start with the elect, all right? Because the children of Israel is the Lord's chosen people. Okay, so and it says, it set them in their own land, which is our land, is the land of Israel. It tells you in Galatians, the 4th chapter, you know, Jerusalem is the mother of us all, you know. So the Lord is going to bring us back after, you know, America is destroyed, okay? And it says, "And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." And that's talking about the Israelite foreigners.
That's right. See, it's written in a stumbling block sort of way. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't